Hello, my loves. Just going to give it just a moment and allow for everybody to receive the notification. If you are new to me or are not subscribed to my channel, I invite you to take a moment and hit the subscribe button and hit the like button and let me know you're here. When you're hopping on, say hello. Let me know where you're watching from. We're going to do an energy update. And we may be bringing in a small transmission towards the end. For those of you who don't know, I am a beautiful channel for a galactic collective. It's made up of many different races and beings that reside in different dimensions. They call themselves the Conscious Collective. And a couple of months ago, I received a new member of my team. And we're not yet revealing the name of their race because there isn't a lot of people that are connecting with them yet. But they are beautiful interdimensional beings who work through dimensions 1 through 10 and are here to really help us with the energies of our ascension by helping us ground and the true meaning of ground, which is bringing in our light body, that remembrance of who we are at a soul level, and anchoring it into our physical vessel so that we are walking embodiments of who we truly are, right? We're no longer accessing ourselves or accessing information outside of ourselves, right? So that means that we can't have guidance and somebody who's redirecting us, but that we find truth and power within us. Right. So they're really beautiful. And they're here to bring forth joy in a way that, to be honest, that I've never experienced before. Right. The energy of joy, you think you know what it is until they bring this energy forward and it does something to your whole body that you've never felt before. So I'm going to be introducing them more and bringing my guide Nehru through more and more. So as you listen to this, my words are light and coded. So you may feel energy, you may burp, you may cough, you may experience intense activations even at different times when you listen to me. So welcome, say hello, interact, let me know you're here. So this energy has been a little bit crazy. I don't know who else has been feeling that intensity that's been coming forth. I want to talk a little bit about it. And they wanted me to title this Letting Go to Grow. Because there's a lot of attachment going on, right? We're being awakened at a whole new level. So my Palladian guide likes to call this this time that we're experiencing right now the Great Awakening, right? And we've gone through a few great awakenings in this lifetime. But as we go into 2020, this time right now and going into 2020, really this 4-month window, right? November to February, there's going to be a mass awakening within humanity. And I want to be clear about this because they're very clear about this, that even though those of us that are currently awake, or what we would say is, we're very aware, we've been on this journey for a while, you are still experiencing new levels of awareness, new levels of awakening. And every time we go through these expansion phases, right, we are then shown new aspects of ourselves, new parts of ourselves that have been fragmented away or that we have repressed, rejected, or denied because maybe they didn't feel that great. And I know that was the case for me, and with Nehru coming in and really helping me to anchor my light body and ground, and I can feel them coming in. And I almost get teary-eyed because their energy of joy and love is so intense. So you may see my hand coming up because I have energy flowing out of it at this moment, and I want to share these energies with you. Whew. So as we awaken and as we become into this more awareness, we find parts and pieces of ourselves that don't feel always that comfortable. A lot of times people feel that they have attachments, right? Energetic beings attached to them. And in reality, most times that is just a lower aspect of yourself that is trying to get your attention like a small child that is like tugging on your shirt, going, I'm here. Are you going to accept me? Are you going to love me? Are you going to see what I have to offer you? And these attachments, these parts and pieces of ourselves that are being brought to the surface right now, a lot of it has to do with money. And the only reason why I say that, because it's really not about money, but it is the energy of money, that energy of success that money that we give to money, the energy of abundance, the energy of feeling good enough, confident enough, not comparing ourselves, right? Trusting ourselves and our journey, and we're really feeling the call. And I know if you guys, some of you are awake and have been on your journey for a while, some of you I know are feeling that urge, that push to stand up, to fully own your light, to fully own your story, to fully step onto your path and your journey. And that can feel a little bit intimidating. Like, I'm not ready. I don't know enough. I'm not smart enough. I'm not talented enough. I'm not gifted enough. I don't trust myself enough, right? So situations, scenarios, experiences are going to be called into your reality so that you can have these energies within your body triggered. And that's a lot of the work that we're doing right now, right? This energy, this full on alignment that we have in the cosmos. And I'm not necessarily talking about planetary alignments, though Jupiter on Monday squared the galactic center, and I'm not an astrologist. But I had started working with the energy of Jupiter when I discovered that it was coming into alignment with the galactic center, which happens every about 12 or 13 years. However, Jupiter's energy is known for expansion. It's known for detoxifying our bodies and our energy fields. So this week and coming into next week, as we come into that new moon in Sagittarius, right? That fire energy, we are detoxing, like seriously. So you may have recently felt called to do a detox, to change your eating habits, to move your body more. Maybe you are detoxing your home, right? By getting rid of clutter, and just making space for yourself. But in that process, we have a lot of energy being triggered within us, a lot of experiences that are testing us. And I don't like to use that word, so I use it very lightly here. But the example that we're constantly given, or I'm constantly given, is that we live in the energy of choice consciousness. So oftentimes these energies are triggered because we feel like, oh, I healed that. But what we don't understand is we're not anchoring this energy that we are tuning into, right, in our higher realms, into our bodies, into the unconscious part of ourselves. And when we're spending all this time focusing on our heart energy and the subconscious part of our body, that feminine, right? That feminine energy, that inner child, that play. And we're playing up in the upper realms and the consciousness of downloading and connecting, but we're forgetting about our body. We're forgetting about the unconscious part of our being and the cells that live in there, and the memories that are anchored in those cells from our karma, from our ancestors that was passed down, from other lifetimes, from other realities, right? This deep energy that's buried in there is being triggered at this time. So a lot of people are going to experience flu and cold like symptoms, maybe even allergies. They're going to experience pains and discomforts in their body and their skin. They're going to feel like they need to detox or purge or change their habits, like I mentioned earlier. So all of those things are things that you can experience. The other thing that they wanted to talk about is the new type of energy that's coming through the sun at this time. And it's actually been coming through for a while, and it's changing as we go and as we evolve and as consciousness itself begins to expand in their awareness. But this plasma energy that's coming through is different. It's new. It's something that we in this human time, in this human lifetime, have not ever experienced. And this energy is super intense, right? So the energy that they're showing me coming through right now is a mix of a yellow and a green. It's almost like the energy of cleansing the solar plexus, if you will. Like, I feel like it's the cosmic sun energy where it's really warm and it's just like really just making things boil up to the surface. But then I have this beautiful green that's coming in with it, and it's starting to get more intertwined. And that's that loving energy as you begin to anchor and embody that light body. So that's the energy that they feel, they show me that is coming in, that is super intense, that people are not used to experiencing, and it needs to be anchored, right? So I swear I'm going to do the video on gatekeepers and grid workers and way showers, because there's so many people being activated in that energy right now, and I'm not understanding what's happening to them. So please look for that, because I am going to share more about that. But one thing that they want you to know is there's two different aspects that are going on right now. There are people who are fighting to stay in the masculine. And what they showed me was the masculine energy right now is like dry, cracked soil. It's run its course. It's not sustaining anymore, right? And so we've switched into the divine feminine energy, and for some people they've completely gone to that side of the spectrum, and that's this watery energy, this very loving, fluid, nurturing, nourishing energy. But what happens a lot of times when people feel that shift into that energy is they realize they have poor boundaries, right? They begin to feel like they have to nurture and help and save everyone, right? Especially those of us that want to label ourselves as empaths or highly sensitives or healers, right? So you get into that energy of feeling like there's so much going on. There is so many people hurting in this world, and really like stretching yourself out and going in and trying to fix and save and do all the things, or even feeling defeated, right? Because you're like, I can't control what's happening in this world today. And it's making me feel wounded and victimized and disempowered. And I don't know how to handle it, right? So we have both sides of those spectrums going on. And what they show me is what happens is this beautiful watery energy, this feminine energy comes in and it nourishes that masculine, right? And it helps bring it into balance. But right now it's not doing that. Right now so many people are in this sopping mess, right? This saturated, oversaturated soil, and it's feeling heavy. And that's why this energy is coming in and it's detoxifying it, and it's really igniting it, right? As we lead into the full moon next week, which is on the 26th of November. I think it's a Tuesday in the US. That energy of Sagittarius, that fire energy, it's as if we're coming in and we're igniting that soil. So leading up to it, you're feeling heavy. All these things are happening. All these things are being triggered. And you may not be feeling so hot, right? And that's okay. Like, the worst thing you can do is avoid or repress it, because that is resistant energy. And if you're resisting an emotion, you're just in resistance. And we want to be in acceptance. We want to be able to accept and receive that next level, right? That money, that love, that relationship, that business, the next version of ourselves. But that requires us to accept where we are in this current space, accept the heaviness that we may be feeling at this time, accept that energy. Because the minute we accept it, we allow our internal fires, right? Our energy to just ignite. And as we lead into the full moon, it may get a little, or the new moon, it may get a little intense, right? And anytime you get close to the fire, it feels that way. You feel the warmth, you feel the energy and the power of it. But what they're showing me is just like any garden or any type of soil, when you ignite it, right? When you burn it, you actually nourish the soil. And that's exactly what you do when you accept the heaviness, the energies that you're not wanting to. So when you feel things being triggered, the very best thing you can do is accept where you are. Accept that you're feeling this way, accept that emotion. Like literally, an exercise you can do is placing one hand on your heart and the other one on whatever part of the body where you are feeling that trigger, where you're feeling that heavy energy, and just breathe into that space and say, I accept this part of me. I accept you, right? Bringing that in. That doesn't mean that we are saying that we accept being in a low vibration or we accept being angry or frustrated, right? But it is a part of who we are. Whatever we're going through in this moment is a part of who we are. It is a part of our reality, and it is an aspect of ourselves. So when we accept it without resistance, without judgment, right? When we accept, then we can and only then, you can receive that next highest version, that next promotion, right? That next opportunity, that next possibility, that next new awareness, that next new expansion. You cannot receive until you accept. And I've said this before, and I'll say it again. It's as if I'm going to hand you $100 bill, right? If you don't put out your hand and open it up and say, I will accept that, you cannot receive that. Awareness is the key that unlocks the door to more. And that door is acceptance. So once you become aware of the emotion, right, and where it lives in your body, the door, you can put that key into that keyhole and you can open it up. And through acceptance, you can now receive. And it's a beautiful visual that I share often because I find that there is power in accepting all parts of our being. So when we do this, this is how we truly let go. And this is how we allow ourselves to grow. When we accept that energy, whatever it is that we're feeling in that moment, right? The fear, the scarcity, the insecurity, whatever it is, the heartbreak, the grief, when we sit with ourselves and we feel it in our body and we accept that part of us, right? That is truly what it means to let go. Because in that moment, what you're doing is you're letting go of the hope that the past could be any different. You are letting go of judging yourself or another, right? You're letting go of the resistance. And again, when you are in any type of resistance, your whole energy field is just in resistance. And so when you're trying to receive from the universe, right? When you're placing your order, if you will, and they're trying to give it to you, they're just hitting a wall of resistance. But when you sit and you accept, you're actually nourishing your soul. You're actually providing more energy and nourishment. And the example that I always give is, say this is the issue, the block, the fear, whatever you're struggling with at this moment, right? Or any given moment, honestly. This is it. But when we resist it, when we don't want to deal with it, to feel it, right? We want to avoid it. We want to eat our emotions. We want to avoid our emotions. We want to repress our emotions. We want to bypass our emotions. This is what we're doing. We're spinning around and around and around the issue, but we're not touching it because we don't want to feel the pain. But this is draining. This is wearing your energy out. So you feel exhausted. You don't have motivation. And they don't want us to feel that way. And they say, instead, when something's being triggered and you find it in your body and you accept it and you spend that time sitting with yourself, allowing that piece of you, that part of you, to be loved and accepted as you would love and accept or want another to love or accept, then it turns into food. It turns into nourishment for your soul. And that density, this density, begins to disintegrate and turns into space, right? It transforms your internal soil so that anything that you plant, any desire that you plant within yourself, inside of your heart, inside of your energy, can begin to abundantly grow. But first, you have to nourish yourself. You have to nourish your own soil. So that's the important part of this message, is that, yes, we're going through an intense time, right? We're purging collectively to help evolve humanity. And this is the way through it. This is the way to get to the other side the fastest, right? If you're looking for a shortcut, if you're looking for a magic pill, the only way is through. Okay? So Nehru, my guide, these beautiful new beings, like I said, there's only a few people currently in the world who are working with them. And I want to, he would like to bring a little bit of beautiful energy. But before I did want to bring an update to you and let you know that right now, you have an opportunity to maximize these energies, right? We're going into the 12-12 gateway. We're really starting to escalate this purging to really up level ourselves into our sovereign divine beings. I have created a new modality working with these beings that is called Quantum Accelerated Alchemy Method, or QAM. I have begun testing this method over 7 transmissions in a little Facebook group. and it's called Frustrated to Manifested. So, in order to have things fully manifest, we need to be in line. Our mind, our heart, and our body need to be in alignment, right? Because when we speak to the universe, we speak in the energy of vibration. So, it's not just about your thoughts and it's not just about your emotions, but it's also about the energies that are living in your unconscious self inside of your body. So when you bring all three into alignment and you make that space, then you can receive abundantly. So a lot of the energies that live within our body, like I mentioned before, they come from our ancestors. They're passed down. My grandmother passed down shame to me, and it really has kept me playing small in my life up until recently. Um, it can be from another lifetime, right? From being burned at the stakes, or being a dictator, even, right? Some people are afraid of their power. There's many ways of which this energy can be activated at this time, and some people are like, I don't know what the root of it is. I don't know where it's coming from, right? And then that can be a little bit frustrating. The important thing isn't where it originated from. It's finding it, it's bringing that unconscious conscious and alchemizing it and setting yourself free, really activating that next level of your being. And that's what these transmissions do. It's a beautiful method. The transmissions are about an hour each. And the way it works is it's 7 weeks, 7 transmissions. And each day you listen to one transmission for 7 days before you're switching to the next. And what I can tell you is people are having phenomenal results. They are meeting ancestors, they're learning about other lifetimes, and they are manifesting. They are calling in their desires. They're moving through this with ease and grace, right? And so I want to offer that to this community as well. So if that's something that calls to you, I'll be putting a link into the description box below. In about a week or two, I'm going to close group number 2. I have 2 groups of this currently going on. So if that's something that you would like to learn more about, please check in the description box once this video is done. Okay, so if you're driving, please exit. This energy is kind of intense and it's really not suited for anybody who's driving. Okay. So just take a moment, find a space where you can sit comfortably with your back straight. And please ensure you're in a space where you won't be interrupted or disturbed, because sometimes the energy can get a little intense and we don't want you to be pulled out too quickly. Just calling in some energy now. I want you to begin to bring all of your conscious awareness into your body. Feeling how the energy moves up and down your spine. How your heart may flutter. Feeling the warmth of the energy that's beginning to come into your being. As we welcome in Nehru, to begin to work through me, bringing forth these beautiful energies. Now, these energies are here to help you, invigorate you, ignite your life force energy. And so if you feel a little warmth or tingling, that's normal. We're making a little bit of space to bring in the energies of groundedness, anchoring in the higher aspects of joy in a way that you have never experienced them. Ashatata no so no ate ata ashoto o na ase me ato oto se na mato o te aba atochu ata pata se na ma oto et achoto o na mata e se na oto e shatana oto ke se ato oto ashatana apasanamo oto ashatana asena oto e anamata o na maane nentado o no ashatana ate e omo ota e na ana te se ono e na ma o e ana ato to o e ano osho oto no ate e ta ata o. Deep breath in. Bringing in the beautiful energies of joy now, allowing it to fill your entire being, every cell, feeling like you are coming alive, feeling invigorated, energized, feeling this energy rising up your spine, through the base of the neck, through your jaw, into your ears, your nose, your physical eyes, into your third eye, into your crown, and feeling this energy beginning to cascade out and around, almost invigorating it with a diamond-esque dust. Really feeling yourself re-anchoring these energies into your physical vessel, becoming one with the energy of joy and connectedness to your soul self. Some of you may feel the urge to cry or to laugh with tears of joy as you feel that lost part of you, that loving part of you, reintegrating with this human self. Seeing in your mind's eye you being rooted into the grace of Gaia, feeling roots emerging from your feet, connected into your root, and allowing these roots to go far and wide and deep, connecting all the way down now into the crystalline core of Gaia herself, connecting into her heart, to her loving energy, as she holds space for you while you integrate these beautiful new energies. You can begin rotating your wrists and ankles. And when you're ready, you can rejoin me. Please feel free to share your experience with this beautiful energy, this beautiful new technology that's coming forward. And these technologies are being used in the Quam method of healing that is available in the 7-week healing experience. I would love to see you in there. But remember, the most important thing right now is for you to honor yourself and your journey of where you are. Because within every storm, the sun and the rainbow must reappear. And whatever you're going through in this moment, whatever things are becoming an obstacle, not working in your favor, whatever energies are rising that is making you feel triggered is happening for a reason. And there is always purpose behind any pain that we experience. So we can have gratitude and appreciation for the storm because it brings with it lots of wisdom. Thanks for joining me for this energy update. Please share, like, and subscribe. And look forward to December, where I'm going to be doing energy updates by your element. So if you're an earth sign or a water sign, look forward to those coming. So that we can get a little bit more detailed as my audience expands. This way, I can kind of hone in on different collective energies that are running. All right. So I hope you guys have a wonderful day, and I'll be back soon. Bye.